They should really put a warning label on the bottle. Oh my god. Ah! Ah!
Hi. Got better lighting now, don't I? It's illuminating this lustrous face. Hi. Welcome back. As I'm sure you all know, it's a new year. It's a brand new year. It's a time of a lot of possibility. And that's what I want to talk to you all about today. Normally when I do these things, they're humorous and they're funny, and I'm sure I've said that before, but I want to go into this one unprepared. Now, I'm not saying that most of the stuff I do is scripted, and actually for the most part it's not scripted, but I have an idea of what I'm going to do. But here, the only thing I know is that I just want to talk. Have an honest dialogue. Dialogue I guess isn't really the correct term, because this is sort of a monologue, an honest monologue, because you can't talk back to me. But that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the start of a new year. I want to talk about the beginning of a new time. Because that's what a year is. It's the beginning of something. It's possibility. It's uncertainty. Where there's possibility, there's always hope. Now, it's a new year, and you may be a year wiser, you may be a year richer. If you're like most of the working class, you're probably not a year richer, you're a year maybe a little bit more controllably in debt. But I digress. This isn't a discussion of riches or wealth. Oh, and I do apologize if you see me dipping forward a little bit. I burned my hand quite horribly earlier, hard boiling some eggs no less. So this hand hurts horribly. So I'm going to be dipping in this ice cold water right here, which I'm going to tell you right now feels great. But that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about is this new year and possibility. Now, the beginning of most New Year's is punctuated by declarations, by resolutions, New Year's resolutions. And now, if you're like me, when you hear the term New Year's resolution, there's something, if not a very certain level of, I guess you could say, you just don't really consider New Year's resolutions. When you hear the term, you snicker. You laugh, because for the most part the idea of a New Year's resolution is something silly, because for the most part we expect people, when they make New Year's resolutions, to not follow through on them. It's a habit. It's something to do. Just say, I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to lose weight. And then, you're dropping a six-pack of, Bud Light while you eat a pizza and smoke a carton of Marlboros. And then everyone laughs and the frailty of humanity. But that's not the point. The point is that this is a new year, and then therefore the possibility, fireworks going off in the background, there's the possibility of new things and better things for your life. Now, regardless of how great the last year's been, that's moot, because this new year, you should just attempt, regardless, to make it the best you possibly can. To try the hardest you possibly can to have something special. Because just because you had a good 2013 doesn't mean you can't have an awesome 2014. Life is fraught with negativity and pessimism and uncertainty, and that is downright frightening. But we have the things we have as a society because we've chosen to press on, to look for that horizon, to keep trying. That's why we have what we have, and we are where we are. Just consider all the change that's happened over the last 20 years. We literally have so much in the way of technology that people will bicker about which powerful console is better than the other powerful console. It's a silly thing, but it's something to marvel at. It's something to be entranced with. We have technology in our pockets that has more computing power than what put men on the moon back in the 1960s. Our cell phones have more computing power than the entire Apollo 11 mission. And that is a marvel. And that is exactly what I'm saying. It's because people tried to make each year the best year they possibly could, regardless of what pitfalls came. And that's what I want you to do. That's what I want me to do. I certainly can't say that all of the stuff that I declared for 2013 came to pass. I'd be a liar if I said all the stuff I declared for 2013 came to pass. But it didn't completely not happen. And that's the good thing. Because a large part of what makes a declaration so fantastic is that it's the attempt. It's the attempt. Now, you may try and you may fail. It's a very real possibility. Excuse me, hand up. Oh, that feels a lot better. But it's the trying. Because you don't know you're going to fail until you try it. So what reason do you have to not try? Because there's just as much possibility that you'll succeed. And not only succeed, but succeed wildly. To succeed in a way you couldn't have possibly ever imagined. You have to greet each day in this new year like it's going to be the most sensational thing you'll ever see. And now I know that a little bit of that is bullshit. Because I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I got to go back to work tomorrow, just like a lot of you. I got to go and do the daily grind, just like a lot of you. And for the most part, I could live without it. I would not exactly be heartbroken if I didn't have to go back to work tomorrow. Not necessarily saying, foregoing having a job, but didn't have to go back to work tomorrow. But that's part of what I'm saying. Is that you have to shoot as high as you possibly can. Because the worst that could happen is you end up right back where you were. You start at the bottom, if you shoot for the top, and you miss, you just fall right back to where you were. And that's what this new year should be about. 2014 should be about you trying to do all of the good stuff that you could possibly do. I don't mean getting high. I don't mean indulging to a wild extent. I mean trying to be more than you possibly could. For me, a large part of 2014 is going to be trying to get this whole YouTube thing down. I'm just starting. I'm 45 videos deep, but I'm just starting. I'm no Boogie, I'm no PewDiePie. And if you're wondering what that sound was, that was my cell phone going off Chewbacca. That's not what the ringtone was. That's the sound in the back of my head when I hear it. It's actually me gargling. 2014 should be about you shooting at what you can. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to try and do with every single thing that I endeavor to do. And let me tell you right now, I want you to succeed. I don't know you. I may never know you. But I want you to succeed. No matter what you try, I want you to succeed. I want you, regardless of declaration, to succeed. And to be the best at whatever you're aiming at. It's corny, it's trite, I know. And for the most part could have very little meaning for you. But that doesn't stop me from being any less sincere. Make 2014 the best year you possibly can. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make this next coming year the best year I possibly can. I'm going to start making choices for the betterment of me. Not for immediate fulfillment, but for the betterment of me. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited to do it. And I'm excited to see what you're gonna accomplish, because I gotta tell you, I am one of those few people that revels in the achievements of others. That truly, truly loves to hear someone doing well. Regardless of the face I made when I talked about PewDiePie. Still don't like him. But that's neither here nor there. Make 2014 a red letter year. Make 2014 the best year. The best yet. But I guess that's enough of me talking. Because I've got a video that I want to work on next after this one. I'm just going to get right back into the jokes. So I guess I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope this year is the best year that you will ever have, until the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. Keeps going. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.